There's something every woman craves, not in her wallet, not on a wish list, not even in her diary, but in the depths of her heart. It's not money, it's not gifts, it's not just attention, it's a feeling. And when you give her this feeling, you unlock a version of her the world rarely sees, a woman in love not just with you, but with who she becomes around you. Let me break it down for you, because if you understand this, you'll never chase love again. You'll become the man she respects, desires, and chooses over and over again. When a woman says she wants to feel safe, most people immediately think of locks on doors, alarm systems, or walking her to her car late at night. But that surface level, emotional safety asterisk, that asterisk is what truly matters. It's about her feeling that she can show up as her full self without judgment. It's about knowing that if she shares the darkest parts of her story, you're not going to use them as ammunition in an argument someday. It's about her breathing easier in your presence, not because you're perfect, but because you're asterisk predictable asterisk in the best way, consistent, grounded, and emotionally mature. A woman is naturally wired to protect herself. She's learned through experience, through heartbreak, through observation, that not everyone who smiles at her has good intentions. So she builds walls, not because she wants to, but because life has shown her she often has to. Now imagine you're the man who doesn't try to bulldoze those walls, but instead respects them. You don't rush her, pressure her, or demand access to her vulnerability before she's ready. Instead, you create a space where those walls can lower naturally. That space is created through how you speak to her, how you handle her silence, how you react when she shares something sensitive, and how you show up when things get uncomfortable. Safety looks like honesty without cruelty. It's knowing that even when you disagree, you won't humiliate her, belittle her, or walk away just to punish her emotionally. It's how you talk asterisk to asterisk her, and not asterisk at asterisk her. It's about how you take accountability when you mess up, without shifting blame or gaslighting her into thinking she's overreacting. Because let's be real, emotional manipulation is the quickest way to make a woman feel unsafe, and when that happens, she shuts down. She becomes distant, guarded, disconnected, not because she doesn't care, but because she doesn't feel protected enough to care asterisk openly asterisk. She wants to know that she can cry in front of you without being called weak or dramatic, that she can be strong without being labeled intimidating, that she can speak her truth without having it thrown back in her face. Safety is in the consistency of your actions. It's not the big romantic gestures once in a while. It's the everyday reliability. It's in how you return her calls when you say you will, how you don't go missing when life gets hard, how you stand by her when she's at her worst, not just when she's glowing and flawless. A woman's femininity thrives in safety. Her softness isn't a switch she turns on. It's a response. When she feels safe, she laughs more, touches more, gives more. Her love isn't reserved. It overflows. But you don't get to see that version of her unless you've proven that you're not another temporary shelter. You become her piece, not her project. Someone who doesn't just tolerate her emotions, but asterisk honors asterisk them. Someone who doesn't try to fix her pain, but knows how to sit in it with her, quietly, patiently, without making it about himself. To be seen, truly seen, is a desire every woman carries whether she says it out loud or not. It's not about compliments on her makeup or noticing that she changed her hairstyle, although those things can be sweet. It's deeper than that. It's when a man looks beyond the surface and acknowledges the layers, the parts of her that even she doesn't talk about often. The parts that make her unique, the parts she's had to hide in rooms where she was told she was too emotional, too loud, too ambitious, too sensitive. Seeing her means you pay attention, not just when she's dolled up and glowing, but when she's quiet, withdrawn, or trying to smile through exhaustion. It's the way you notice when her energy shifts, even if she says, "I'm fine." You don't just take her words at face value. You tune into her tone, her eyes, her silence. You recognize that "I'm fine" can sometimes mean "please ask me again because I don't know how to open up yet." Seeing her is about being emotionally intelligent enough to catch what's not being said. It's about asking how her day was and actually listening, not waiting for your turn to talk, but genuinely caring about the answer. She's not looking for someone who agrees with everything she says. She's looking for someone who hears her, remembers what matters to her, and reflects that back to her through little things that say, asterisk, "I see you." Asterisk, she might laugh a little too loud when she's nervous. She might keep busy when she's trying to avoid thinking about something. She might pour into everyone else because that's how she's learned to distract herself from her own needs. When you see her, you don't just applaud her strength, you also notice her fatigue. You check in not just when she's being her usual bubbly self, but especially when she's not. Seeing her is knowing the difference between who she shows the world and who she really is in moments of stillness. It's recognizing the strength it takes for her to be the strong one all the time and giving her permission to rest from that role. You pay attention to what lights her up, the way she talks faster when she's excited, how she tears up when something touches her soul. That thing she's passionate about but hesitant to pursue because someone once made her feel small for dreaming big. You encourage her. You remind her that she's not invisible. That she doesn't have to overperform to earn love. That just being who she is without the titles, without the makeup, without the accolades is already enough. When a woman feels seen, something inside her softens. She no longer feels the need to perform or pretend. She starts to show up with more confidence, more trust, more openness, and that's not something you can fake your way into. You have to be intentional, present and emotionally available enough to connect with more than just her body. You have to connect with her soul. Being seen is one thing, but being valued is what makes a woman stay. You can look at her and admire her beauty. You can even acknowledge her presence in your life. But if you don't show her that she adds value, something deep within her begins to question why she's even there. Every woman wants to feel like she matters, not just as a girlfriend, wife, or partner, but as a asterisk person asterisk. She wants to know that she's not just filling a space, but bringing something meaningful into your world. That her energy, her love, her time, her presence asterisk means something asterisk to you. Valuing her is not about over-the-top praise or empty flattery. It's about the way you treat her when no one's watching. It's in how you speak about her when she's not in the room. It's about making her feel appreciated, not only when she does something for you, but simply because she asterisk is asterisk. Do you acknowledge her efforts? Do you notice the little things she does? Like the way she remembers your schedule, checks in on your goals, makes your space feel like home, or sacrifices her own comfort to help you through something. That's value, and when you reflect that back to her, you're telling her, "I don't take you for granted." But valuing a woman also means supporting her growth. It means you're not intimidated by her ambition or her voice. You don't clip her wings because you're afraid she'll fly away. You help her soar because you know that real love doesn't shrink people, it expands them. She wants to know that she's free to evolve, to learn, to change, and that you'll still be in her corner, that you won't feel threatened when she levels up, that you see her potential and push her gently toward it because you believe in what she carries. Sometimes valuing her looks like asking for her opinion, and really considering it. It's inviting her perspective into your decisions. It's taking her seriously, not brushing her off as emotional or irrational. It's seeing her intellect, her experience, her wisdom, and saying, "What you think matters to me." And it's not just in words. It's in how you respect her boundaries, how you handle disagreements, how you support her when she doubts herself. It's in how you celebrate her wins without turning them into a competition, and how you remind her of her worth on the days she forgets it. A woman who feels valued stops questioning her place in your life. She moves with confidence because she knows she is not there by chance. She is there by choice, your choice, and that's the thing. When you make a woman feel valued, she doesn't just stay, she gives, not because she has to, but because she wants to. Because love, when rooted in respect and appreciation, becomes something deeper than affection. It becomes devotion, not just in the highs, but in the hard moments too. When she feels valued, she invests, with her heart, her time, her energy, her everything. Peace, it sounds simple, almost too quiet to be powerful, but for a woman, peace is everything. She's not just looking for love, she's looking for a place to rest. A man who gives her peace becomes more than just a partner, he becomes home. And peace doesn't come from grand romantic gestures or perfect words. It comes from how you carry yourself, how you manage conflict, how you create a stable environment around her. When a woman has spent so much of her life being in fight or flight, emotionally, mentally, sometimes even physically, what she longs for most is a space where she doesn't have to constantly brace for the next emotional blow. Peace is found in the tone you use when you speak to her. It's in the patience you offer when she's overwhelmed or anxious. It's how you respond when she expresses her feelings, whether they make sense to you or not. Do you listen, or do you shut her down? Do you let her vent, or do you try to fix her like she's a problem to be solved? Women crave peace because the world already demands so much of them. They're constantly multitasking, caring, giving, protecting, building, surviving. The last thing she wants is to come home to another battlefield. If your presence adds tension instead of relieving it, she will slowly begin to protect herself from you. She wants to feel like she can exhale around you, that her nervous system can finally relax when you're near, that you won't turn every disagreement into a shouting match or play silent games that leave her guessing. She doesn't need perfection. She needs emotional maturity. Someone who can communicate with clarity, not confusion. Someone who knows that love isn't proven by chaos and unpredictability, but by peace, consistency, and presence. She wants to know that you can handle her softness without breaking it, that you won't make her feel crazy for needing reassurance, or weak for craving affection. Sometimes peace is just in the way you handle stress. Life is hard, but how do you react when things don't go your way? Do you lash out? Do you withdraw? Or do you lead with calmness? Because a peaceful man doesn't mean a silent man. It means a grounded man. Someone who knows how to bring clarity to confusion, comfort to worry, steadiness to stormy situations. A woman watches how you handle pressure, how you handle anger, how you handle disappointment. Because if you can't control your own energy, she will never feel safe letting hers be fully expressed around you. Peace is not about avoiding problems. It's about handling them with grace. It's knowing that disagreements won't lead to disrespect, that vulnerability won't be punished, that mistakes won't be met with emotional warfare. Peace is knowing that you won't weaponize love when you don't get your way, and that kind of peace, once a woman finds it, becomes something she will protect at all costs. Belonging, it's not something a woman will ask for directly, but you'll feel it in her silence, in her hesitation, in the way she holds back when she's unsure of her place in your world. It's more than just inclusion. It's about feeling *wanted*, *welcomed*, *accepted*, not for what she can do, not for how she looks, but simply for who she is. A woman can be in your life and still feel like an outsider. She can be in your home, your bed, your texts, and still wonder if she really fits in your future. Belonging is the answer to that unspoken question: is there space for *me* here, or am I just filling a temporary gap? It starts with how you make her feel when she shares parts of herself. Do you listen without trying to change her? Do you give her space to be honest, even when her truth makes you uncomfortable? So many women have been told they're too much, too emotional, too intense, too independent. And just as many have been made to feel like they're not enough, too quiet, too needy, too complicated. She wants to feel like she doesn't have to shrink or stretch herself to be loved, like she can show up without the mask, without the performance, and still be chosen. You show a woman she belongs when you consider her, not just when it's convenient, but even in the small, everyday things. You include her in your decisions, you make room for her opinions, you talk about the future, and you place her in it, not as an accessory, but as a partner. When you introduce her to your people, when you say her name in rooms she's not in, when you stand up for her, when you honor her role in your life both privately and publicly, you're sending a message that says, you're not just here, you belong here. She notices how present you are when she's being vulnerable. She pays attention to how you speak about her to others. She feels it when you defend her even when she's not around to see it. Belonging isn't loud. It's quiet but constant. It's in the way you remember the little things she says, in how you check in when she's having a tough day, in how you're not just there for the highlight reel but the messy in between. It's knowing she doesn't have to earn her place every day with perfection. A woman who feels like she belongs will give the kind of love that is rare. She will open herself in ways that feel sacred. She will trust deeper, laugh louder, and love harder. But she needs to know that you're not going to make her fight for that sense of home. She needs to know that she's not just being tolerated, but embraced, that she's not just allowed to be there, she's wanted there, deeply, fully, and without condition. Admiration is one of those things that women rarely admit they crave, but its absence is deeply felt. It's not about ego, it's about connection. A woman wants to feel admired, not just for how she looks, but for who she is at her core. For her strength, her kindness, her resilience, her mind. She wants to feel that you see the things she works hard to build in herself, and that you genuinely respect them, because admiration isn't flattery, it's recognition. It's witnessing the light inside her and choosing to honor it, not dim it. She doesn't want to feel like she has to dull her shine so you can feel bright. She wants to be with someone who can celebrate her glow. The way she navigates her world, the way she juggles responsibilities, dreams, emotions, and still shows up. She wants you to notice when she keeps going, even when life tries to slow her down, when she gives without expecting anything back, when she chooses kindness even when she's been hurt. These are the things she needs you to admire, not just her physical beauty, because beauty is everywhere, but the kind of woman she's worked to become. That's rare, that's earned. Admiration looks like paying attention to the little wins she doesn't brag about. It's hearing her say, I handled that today, and responding with pride, not indifference. It's encouraging her to take up space, to speak up, to chase that goal. It's the way you speak about her when people ask about your relationship. Do you speak with pride? Do you talk about her like you're lucky to have her? Because she hears that, whether you say it directly to her or not, she feels it in how you represent her to the world. She wants to be admired for her mind, for her thoughts, for how deeply she feels things. A woman often spends years being praised only for her beauty, and while that might have once made her feel special, it no longer fills her soul. She wants someone who sees her entirely, who is curious about how she thinks, how she views the world, how she solves problems, how she loves. She wants you to admire her capacity for growth, how she learns from her mistakes, how she tries again even after failing, how she doesn't give up on people too easily, even when she probably should, and most importantly, admiration should be consistent. It's not about grand compliments once in a while. It's the everyday acknowledgement that she matters, that what she brings to the table isn't just appreciated, it's respected, that she is not being taken for granted. When you admire a woman genuinely, she softens, she steps more fully into who she is. She feels empowered, not by what you do for her, but by how you reflect back to her what she already carries inside. It's that reflection that reminds her she's not just seen or valued, but asterisk deeply admired asterisk for all that she is. So if you ever wondered what makes a woman stay, what makes her choose you over every other option, remember this: it's the feeling you give her. Give her safety and she'll trust you. Give her attention and she'll open up. Give her value and she'll rise. Give her peace and she'll soften. Give her belonging and she'll commit. Give her intimacy and she'll love you deeply. Women don't fall for what you have. They fall for how you make them feel. And when you give her the right feeling, you don't just win her heart, you win her soul.